So, can I get a patrol leader? You're gonna act as a platoon lead. Unless you want to play this squads only. Which is gonna be tough because the RTO is gonna have to be on 2 nets. Anyone for the platoon lead? Come on, this is actually a fun one where you actually get to, like, make a plan in a massive AO.
Cricket.
Alright, well, I mean, Bloodwing sent me a few TikToks. I guess I'll start watching those.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Good lord.
Question, do we have to be any good at it?
Nope.
No, as long as you try, that's all we need.
Alright, boys, train wreck time, let's go.
Alright.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be fun to watch.
Just think of this on a larger scale. You
Now
know?
let's wait for 5 minutes for an Alpha Squad lead.
It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be great. Alright, can I have a JTAC, please?
Yep, okay, we do need a JTAC, because you're gonna need to be doing air transport.
Yeah, JTAC and an RTO, I believe, is all I'm gonna need for now.
Okay.
JTAC coordinates the air assets, right?
Yes.
Yep. Come on, I need your support. Let's actually do ground team shit. Let's go. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
What the hell is his mic?
Crickets in the grass.
Alright, RTO.
How long until the crickets start speaking Vietnamese?
Cool. Observer, I'm gonna let you pick who you want your heli pilots to be. Now, there is also a Corsair. For 30 people, we're only gonna need 2 pilots. So, yeah. Well, basically 2 pilots that'll either do transport or CAS with the Corsair or an armed heli. So pick 2 pilots. Since your ground command.
Okay, then. Do we have any pilot volunteers?
Yes,
Wait,
I will
yep.
be
Iopus.
rising.
Alrighty then.
chat.
Alright. Matt, please be a Corsair. Iopus, come be a helicopter.
Sad noises.
I know, it's so sad.
It is what it is.
And I think just 2 helis for now. If we desperately need a third one.
Corsairs
we
are
You're not gonna need a third. I am telling you, there are only 2. You're only taking 2.
Cool. All right. So, do you want me to run down the rest, Lear? Or do you want to?
No, I got it.
Or Slotty?
Alright, let's see. That leaves us with 31 on the server, 29, 28, 27, 26, 24, 23. Alright, cool. Can I get an Alpha and a Bravo? Excuse me, an Aussie and a Barbie squad lead, please?
Fucking cringe.
Cool. Can I get NCOs for both of those squads, please? Alright, there's one for Aussie. Alright, fill Aussie and Barbie. Cool. And if you're an extra, I hope you go into Caravan and at least grab the RTO and the squad lead, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do anything, so have fun.
And I suppose one person can come back
Pushing us
in as
through.
the sniper for ground team if you really want it.
No, don't say that, because now they're going to just leave their fucking squad leader
If
slot.
you're slotted, you're slotted.
Why would
I'll
you,
take it.
why
There you
would
go,
you want
Scully.
a sniper in a fucking jungle?
It's not a sniper, it's an SMLE.
Yeah, pick a medic, please.
If you sit out the side of the slick, I'll let you snipe.
That's a really close shot of a
I'll
tree.
snipe your slip.
I like that.
I
Yeah,
don't
just
swing
before I
that
get
way.
needed. I gave the infantry Panzerfaust's disposables. You reckon they'll drop the launch thing after the launch part of it afterwards? Or they'll
Uh-oh.
carry it around?
I
Because it's
too like
reloadable.
carrying around used ATs.
Oh, this is going to be an
confuse my
interesting
squad.
one.
Oh, but the tube drops off and you get the handheld launcher bit.
Yeah,
You
I'm gonna
just
do-
stick
I'm
that
gonna
in your
do,
pocket and you can
beast
reload
battle
it once you
instead.
get back to the vehicle. I'm gonna wonder like, where's the reusable AT? And it's like, oh, you fucking drop the launcher so you can't reload the bloody thing.
Oh, I remember this map. This is the map where a bunch of people died on in some large community op. I forget who ran it though.
I remember being abandoned by both my platoon commander My RTO by calling
That's
on the
next
wrong
week,
nets
Death.
and getting no support as we were massacred after a company was
Also,
sent to kill
90,
us.
welcome to your first
It's
time.
gonna be fine. Just
I
have faith.
We were sent to
remember.
kill 2 squads.
I remember the lone RTO that got on net and said, just literally dump everything on my position because I'm completely surrounded and everyone around me is bleeding out. And we were like, are you sure? And he was like, fuck yeah, drop napalm, bitch.
Fucking
I was not
hero
supposed to
move,
drop
honestly.
napalm on the west side of the bridge. He dropped it on the bridge. I was like, for fuck's sake, good thing we weren't crossing.
Woo.
Alright, most of you are on. Here's the deal. You guys are going to be spawning on the HQ marker at the RAAF airbase. Your job today is to find a fuel cache and an American ammo cache that was taken by the NVA. The Americans don't want them, so blow them up to deny them from the enemy from getting them. That black circle in the area represents just something I blacked out. Out of character, it's a fob. But I've hidden it because I don't want it in the AO. And a few other notes here. The AO is completely dynamic. There are civilians in the AO. You might just find civilians in a village doing nothing. They might be enemy garrisoned by VC Guerrilla, regular VC, or NVA. The caches were taken from a boat, so you're trying to look for how the VC or NVA would have gotten them from a boat to one of these potential question mark sites. If they're even at the question mark sites, they might be at something else, but it's going to be within the red oval. Otherwise, feel free to deploy your forces however you want. Helicopters, you can leave the black zone if you want to, but there's not going to be any contact outside of the marked AO unless you go like super far north, in which case there might be stuff, but it's not part of the objective. Otherwise, you're all set to medics. Reinserts will be done by air, and that's all I got. If you have any questions, ask me on 5-0.
Oh, right. I have to rely on my RTO Devil Demon.
Oh my god.
Why did that not loop? There we go.
Make sure you're on 5-0, baby. I'm on. Hey, Skelly.
Yo.
Question just in terms of possible ground everyone plans.
Right.
If you want me to run it by you real quick before I ask everyone else, I'm thinking possibly like a good way to...
Why am I dead? It's weird.
I don't know. I thought it was Darus.
Imposter?
Like outflock block, and basically just clear like that section of the map.
What?
Doing anything else with this dumb island hopping stuff?
G'day. The 5-0 check?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Come down.
Good check.
north.
Just be mindful. Any air support, please give the flight over. Any hard
Let's see.
True.
that side. Or
Yeah, that's why.
coming from that side and still fly over it. That's the only thing I'm going to say to bear in mind.
You on that net?
Thinking in terms of like where the highest concentration of stuff is gonna be, where we're gonna need the most coordination is gonna be like in that.
Bruce,
section.
Yeah.
you on that net?
What net?
Put your SR on 57 TAC 9 so we can communicate.
57?
57 TAC 9.
As much as possible. I'll be a bit
So 57.9.
redeployment zone, but because we're
Ready, check.
Did not copy.
That's what I'm thinking.
Matt, no.
How many Mac damage clips do you have? Hey, back.
50
Check.
There you go.
Do 50 check.
Good checks all around.
How many clips do you think I have for the Leonfield? 40. I have 40 10-round clips, and I have 13 7-round.
Alright. Yeah, you can still late join. I think Charlie will have some room. But you should be able to bypass the global mobilization update to still play Vietnam because we don't use Glob Mob on that. You have Zeus, right?
Yep.
Okay, feel free to look around. We're just waiting for them to deploy.
I stole it from Main J. Can you please give it to him? I'll give it to him.
What's up?
Am I supposed to have a radio as JTAC?
You have an RTO, right?
I mean, look at that.
Alright, that's what I thought.
Good luck, buddy.
That lovely icon right there.
Yeah, so only the RTO
And you want some of the Enfield magazines, I've got 40 of them.
So what this means is have your RTO on 5.0 and 5.5, and if you need to talk to air, yep. But JTAC makes those decisions, and you make the command decisions.
My Sterling makes another
Radio telephone operator, basically, before the normal way to do things in military stuff is you give the long ranges to the RTO guys instead.
I don't keep crashing.
You garrisoned everything before we came on, right?
Everything was pre-garrisoned in the mission file.
So Catfish also go red.
So in editor.
Yes.
Red go blue in Bravo team.
What if I'm green?
What I've been doing, sorry, go ahead.
Doesn't that first frames? Hello?
If you dynamic sim everything, then it won't until they get close by.
Are you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need browning.
But otherwise, yes, you'd be correct.
All squad leads when you're free report to the briefing. That would be southeast by Liru and the map.
Well, I already gave you the brief. I mean, still the same. You're looking for a fuel cache and ammo cache, and then everything else is secondary. There might be VC ammo caches in there that are targets of opportunity. There's probably going to be civs in there, so get yourselves transported, then get one of your pilots in the Corsair for air support. There's also armed Hueys in the back. It depends on what you want them to use, but you might also want to have at least one Huey so they can do reinserts. And if you need to do mass transport, make sure you coordinate that with your air assets. Good luck.
Yeah, Baruni.
Huh? Oh, brief is already over?
Yeah.
No, I already gave you the brief and map. Like, I don't need to give you another one. It's the same exact thing, you know?
Oh, fair enough.
Why would I need to give you another brief?
I don't know.
RTOs on that.
Alright, everyone here?
Yeah.
This is Caravan.
So when they start leaving, I'll start going over the AO with you.
I just want to check in from all RTOs, make sure everyone's on that.
Hey, DeBruce, can you call, like, one of the pilots?
That's funny. So, I don't know how long this is going to take for them, but they're basically hunting for a fuel cache and a weapons cache. The fuel cache is over here, the boats. As I told them, it was taken via boat. So, it's actually all in here. And then the weapons cache is a little further off. It is tucked away in... Where'd I put the damn thing? Here it is. So from the air, you can spot the boats with the stuff. And then from there, you can kind of track it in. And the NVA is only here. And at the fuel cache, the rest is all VC. There are villages with random people in them. And then there's villages with some guerrillas in them. And then actual VC. Just depends on what's going on. Because some have caches, some have regular stuff. Otherwise, how are you guys doing? Sorry, I was debugging this file for a while, and then I realized my server was just borked, so we're actually on server 2 on TSB, not my own, because I need to go get that fixed. I think GM broke something, so I was just doing all this extra work for nothing. But before that, I was talking with someone who gave me $100 on Patreon, and I'm going to basically be his consultant for Zeus work now, which I think is pretty cool. Hold up. Yeah, what up?
Are we able to message to you? Have you messaged us or second base, or do you want us to coordinate
Oh,
that?
yeah. Okay. Here, we'll do a policy real quick.
Alright, so I got two.
Alright, hey, everyone, real quick, this is Zeus talking. Here's the deal. If you die, come up and tap my shoulder, so I know there's a reinsert, and then I will tell ground that there's reinsert so they can get air on that, okay? So if you die, and you're not a pilot, tap my shoulder, and I'll get you reinserted.
What if I die and I'm a pilot and I just want to tap your shoulder?
Then you're a cock.
Okay, I can accept that.
Multiply tap for shoulder.
Bruce, why would you tap my shoulder? We have a radio to talk to each other, you piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfucker, who tapped my shoulder? Skelly.
Actually, I just got here.
Don't
It wasn't
tap
me.
my shoulder.
It was Ion.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, what's up?
Are we gonna be
It's
doing
my right shoulder.
rounds, or are you guys gonna be on foot?
I hate you all.
She was told it from the other
I'm
side.
thinking
Like,
we're gonna
I hate you
we're gonna
all.
be on
Just
foot
walk up and do this.
towards like this northeastern
And I'm on your
section of the
right.
map, running down the.
Wolfden Gamer, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this scenario, and you're staying safe among COVID. But I'm happy because more and more of my friends are getting their shots for it, so hopefully we'll be over this stuff soon. Unless it mutates, in which case we're all back to square one. Whatever. I'm also going to be teaching Darus how to do Zeus stuff with this mission file, because we have another rotation going on within TSB. All of our host hopefuls, as we like to call them, they have to go through 4 Zeus ops where they just kind of shadow and see how the Zeus does things, and I'll explain to them what I'm doing. And then they have to go through a few supervised ops where we kind of watch what they do and, you know, shadow them to make sure they're not doing anything malicious, and then they're allowed to Zeus. But we only do that once every, like, 3 months minimum, 3 to 6. So we'll see how things go. Tell them not to hit a tank. Cag. But yeah, no, I was doing some Zeus consulting work, which I might, you know, just add more of that to Patreon, because that was great. Like, I got to... His problem was his players were dying too quickly in ops, so I just recommended some ace medical changes, and then, you know, he'll run his op this weekend and then get back to me after, and we'll, you know, go from there until we balance out how he wants to do things properly, because everything's on, you know, there's a lot of documentation out there for Arma, but it's very limited. So consulting is, it's a new way for me to make some extra money, which is nice.
Alpha loading a map.
So the fun thing about this scenario is I intentionally did not give them enough choppers to pilot everyone on the first go. So this is actually going to promote them having to think about how to do airlifting and the logistics behind that. Plus, with the AO being so many different segregated islands, it means that they're going to have to, you know, again, keep thinking about that and time things, and it'll allow me to put a lot of pressure at their LZs and potentially make them move their forces around a lot more fluidly.
Hey, farm, just head over to the helis and wait for them to come back. It'll be 2 trips.
Or they could steal boats, but I'm not gonna let them.
You know, they probably won't think about that.
Then they'll fucking perish.
Vanilla officers models for everybody.
Yeah, that's just Unsun's, when you open up all their units, everyone's set to officer in that, so just like, oh, okay. Normally, I would, use NATO units to get the unit symbolism, so squad leaders were, you know, like a slash, team leaders or that, but usually I only do that for medic's sake. But because all of these guys are set to medics, then I didn't do it this time around.
Alright.
But yeah, it is nice to know, like, you know, who the squad leader is, who the medic, especially if you need a RC and, like, you know, do a punishment because people are being dumb running through open fields. I try not to deliberately kill the medic, because that would be a little fucked, you know?
Yeah. With those dynamic squad things, how close do you have to be for it to kick in?
About a click and a half away, including your Zeus camera. So, if you... I already flew around the AO and probably activated all of them because I was showing it off, but usually, at least for this server, since we've upgraded it, it should be able to handle an AO of that size for, what, 40 people are on right now?
The northeastern
It doesn't
corner
look
swing
too much, guys.
southeastern corner.
Now, if for whatever reason the map were to start lagging hardcore, I would start off by deleting all the animals I have dynamically placed. Then I'd delete a few of the civilian villages and then a few of the military positions if the server was really not able to handle it. But at that point, this mission file would be borked, because all of that's pretty dynamic for what's going on.
Thank you.
Hey, Hoko, right out.
The animal spawning?
Say again?
Did you turn off the animal spawning?
Yeah, I put down a few modules to auto-dynamically spawn a few, like, goats, hens, chickens, you know, just to give the villages a bit more life, you know?
Yep. What is that big black dot on the map?
So you mean where the if you scroll out, you can kind of see the K poking out on the right side? The thing by the road on the right side of this AO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is basically a solid black texture similar to the giant oval shaded texture, except I copy and pasted like 15 of them down to fully black out that map. That's because that is normally a fob, and I didn't want them to get that confused, so I hid the fob with a hide environment module. And then I just put 15 of those textures down to black it off from the map so the players wouldn't think that that's still there, because when you hide textures, it doesn't hide them from the map because the map is, you know, a set picture.
Yeah.
So it's just so they didn't get confused, because I didn't want, you know, to have an enemy fob in the AO, because that doesn't really fit now.
Instructions are to hold the LZ.
Okay, if they go outside the map with helicopter.
Yeah, no, I told them they could fly outside the map if they need to, because there's not much there, but if they're gonna... I told them that there won't really be anything outside of it, but if they start, like, deliberately going north, then I'll probably throw a squad at them.
I'm setting up on the southwestern corner of LZ industry line.
So, I just realized, based off of the AOs here, and because we have to stay here, the short ranges are going to be probably ineffective while we're walking around, like, talking in the AO and actively doing stuff. I'm going to move my LR to be on an alternate channel on this net. I recommend you do the same, otherwise we're going to sound really gargled while we talk to each other in the AO, okay?
Yep.
Alright.
It's the same frequency, right? On the alternate.
Yeah, same frequency. Alright. It's right here, so set additional. No, shoot, wait, 57 attack 9. I get so used to some buttons on certain sides. There we go. Alright, so this should be good. That was left ear, though. Right, because I haven't set it back yet. There we go. Alright, so we should be able to communicate on this now. Just let me know when you get on.
This is Caravan, good copy.
Alright, so I didn't really have much spawn here. This was just meant to be like an AA position, so... It's not too much.
Check.
Good check. There's not too much that they're gonna run into. I'll probably, like, throw a Ural to drive down. So they're at an area of the map where I honestly didn't expect them to go. Because I thought they would do some air recon, but I don't know why I always think that, because they never do it. So I'll probably just, like, do a few small dynamic things, but we'll see what happens.
Are you still gonna, like, put down garrison some villages that you...
No, because I've already garrisoned all the villages I want to. So that one is literally just meant to be an AA position, because again I didn't expect them to go that far. So there's not really anything there, but I'll probably, like, you know, throw a few dynamic things on the road to drive around just to see what they do.
This is Caravan, good copy.
Yeah, so I won't be interacting too much with you guys today because I have to focus on teaching Roos everything I know. So I apologize for that, but this is just part of the process in TSB. There will be a 506 stop tonight. However, it's probably going to be a standard one instead of a Star Wars one, because the mod set I'm giving them is like 23 gigs that they have to download, and I don't want to, you know, I want to give them more time to download it. So I'm going to make a one-off after this, and then we'll run that tonight. Yes, this is Beast Battle from Homeworld, because Homeworld music is not copyrighted.
Boats to compensate for the lack of pilots?
Nope. This is the whole thing. They have to plan air assault and see what they do in this large dynamic AO, you know? It's, what I like to do sometimes with some of my ops is things that, you know, I think TSB needs to work on as a whole. I'll start doing a few ops back-to-back that focus on those, features. So, hopefully they'll learn. If they don't, well, just adds a new dynamic level of operation that they can do. Oh, I love Homeworld as well, man. What are you, Homeworld 1, Homeworld Cataclysm, or Homeworld 2? Your father copyright struck himself? Noise. It's funny. So with this AO being like a large set AO, most of everything is pre-placed. Once they start getting deeper in it, though, I might set up some patrols, because I don't like to build patrols in Eden. Because that also hampers down on frames, but... Break. You know, this is just an open world one where they can do whatever they want, and you as a Zeus just kind of dynamically react to what they do. You know, just... It's kind of fun. First one's your favorite? Nice. Yeah, no, I love the first one, too.
So it's balanced.
So, what I'll generally do is, there's no easy way to answer that question. The best way I would say to do it is, like, throw one squad at them and see how it does. If the first squad you throw at them, like, murders them, be a little nicer on patrols and whatnot, but don't scale back your actual AOs, because you gotta remember they have support assets that can easily destroy everything. So it's basically kind of pushing them until they use that to save themselves. But if they annihilate one squad, then throw 2 squads at them. But usually for a player count like this, 2 squads at a time is a good go-to. But I haven't given them any AT, so I'm not going to throw any tanks at them. Like, I have one hidden thing that is going to require air support to be taken out, but that's at, like, you know, one of the objectives itself, so...
Towards us along the dirt road.
I've balanced them to be like an infantry air assault group that doesn't have any AT capabilities, so I'll only throw things that I know they're capable of fighting, you know?
Yep.
So I am gonna have a guerrilla force go down the road just to, you know, do patrol.
Gas that started marking trucks on the road.
From copy.
Heads up, they may have moved now, but that's where they last saw.
So another thing I could realistically do is I'm by the 2 AA pieces right here, and I can clearly hear that helicopter, and I've heard it go there multiple times. So what I can do is I can spawn some units from outside of the AO to come in and go investigate that if I wanted to. So that Ural I sent earlier, I'm actually going to have it turn around and dismount at that village, and then, you know, hold at the village for a minute.
I can clearly see the helicopters going down from the A position.
Yeah, exactly.
Engage it.
Yeah, so it doesn't engage because of the 90-35, 50-50 limitations. But if I wanted to, I could go and engage it with the choppers. So the next time... I know I'm not supposed to let you do things, but just don't tell other people. But if you want, you can RC the southwesternmost gun and fire at the chopper, like right now, actually, if you wanted to. But give it like a bit of a burst fire, give it like 20 seconds, and then come back. So we have a thing in TSB where we're normally not supposed to let the Co-Zeus's do anything at this step, but I find it more balanced if we give them something to do. Besides, these should be firing at this point. He's about to... go out of my view there.
That you probably getting shot?
Negative.
Any firm they're engaging air?
Send in goat teams.
So sometimes if you just, like, look at the aircraft and start firing at the AI, will get the message and then start shooting at it as well, so...
What do you do when an AI doesn't want to go where you tell them to go?
Depends on the situation. So the AI, for example, I'll dismount it because air flew over them.
Is 200 meters out from the area now.
So when they're in a vehicle and they dismount like that, you want to respawn the vehicle quickly, because otherwise they're going to keep constantly mounting and remounting the vehicle, and it's a pain in the butt. But otherwise, set them to careless hold fire, and they'll ignore it and start doing what they're supposed to.
Alpha to Bravo.
Is Bravo send it?
Once we're to secure the southern side of this village, we're going to hold security on the southern side of this village.
Hey, firm, we'll go clear out the village itself.
Copy.
See if he comes around.
Approximately 300, 400 meters out.
Hey, firm, we're entering the outer perimeter of the village now.
Wow. So a clean start, air intercepted what I did. I'm gonna have the AI, usually when air gets away from a group of AI that's just been airstruck, I just delete them sometimes because it's hard to make AI hide in bushes like you would do as a player, so instead you can just do that. Generally get away with it, but they just hit that AA position and now we're gonna let them continue on. But now I can have patrols come from the thicker forests and start going out over and checking out what those gunshots were, you know?
Also taking town now, Bravo.
Yeah. What if Amsterdam is doing too well? Can I then go and
hey, firm, both Dishkas are down.
for the kill?
So that's always a tough question. So for example, I know Iopus is a really good cast pilot with the helicopter. Generally, if you know you're going to have really good pilots on, give them models of helicopters that perform worse. So if I were to look at the base right now, I have them using the M134 guns because they have AoE and I kind of like that, but I gave them smaller rocket pods this time, so they only have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 7 rocket pods instead of 2 19 rocket pods. So it's something that you don't really want to, like, boop them in the face, because there's a lot of ways I could easily kill Iopus, but, you know, that just kind of takes away from their fun. Instead, you just make the next stop balanced based off of what they do. Because otherwise you just ruin people's experiences and they don't come back. But if Iopus, let's say he, like, you know, starts going way off the reservation, starts airstriking a bunch of random villages and doing stuff that the JTAC clearly does not want him to do, then I'll get Estrella out and kill him. But only when his fun is starting to take away from other people's fun. But that's my rule, and most other Zeuses here have their own ways of doing things.
Security down the road to the southeast.
Alright.
Alpha's already doing
Jiddish Jembino, I'm sorry if I butchered that, but thank you so much for the Tier 1 sub, and Sparky, thanks for the 17-month resub with that witty comment you inserted. I hope you all keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this scenario, and staying safe among COVID. So yeah, in the distance, you can hear some of those helicopters Iopus was getting shot at because he flew nearby one of the AAA positions. You got to be careful with some of these AAA things, especially from Pook, because they cause a lot of large script errors, and they can easily cause desync on the server.
Go for ground.
Sending 2 scouts off to the southeast on the eastern side of the road to look at the second town.
Jets then?
You can't counter the jet. That's you were never able to counter jets in Vietnam. So if I give them that, that's kind of their oh shit, you know, we screwed up. But also, there's a 50-50 that jet's gonna napalm a friendly squad. The past 3 ops I've done so far for Vietnam over the past month, they have always friendly squad with napalm. So the jet kind of balanced itself out accordingly.
Push off times now.
Hey, firm. Bravo's already pushing.
Alpha rolling east side of the road.
Hey, firm. Be aware civvies are in town.
Cool.
So if I wanted to, I can RC that civvy in the tower and start, like, yelling stuff and trying to run away. But, you know, this gives a nice little roleplay interaction thing, because I think Angel and Iota are about to be spotted by the civvy in the watchtower. So, you know, just to freak them out. Because they don't know if the civvies are on their side or not.
Is anyone getting a bit of a leg spikes around?
Negative, that might be just you.
Karen, this is high. I'm not seeing any lag spikes. We're pretty smooth right now. There's nothing on server that would be causing what I would know to cause lag spikes, so it might just be your own system. Over.
Good copy. It's probably me.
GI! GI, go home! We no do anything!
What do you mean?
There's nothing here.
Nothing?
We have nothing in village for you.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
There's nothing bad here other than unless you don't like goat.
Okay. Well,
We just cocoa farmers.
Okay. Apparently, the next town is
There's nothing here, GI.
explosives. Apparently, according to civilian, but I don't know, kind of sus.
Why would I lie to you, GI? You have jets in air that would bomb me.
All right.
If you want to search,
Wait, you ain't.
by all means.
Oh no, another explosion.
Fine, we'll clear the town.
Bravo. Southern side, come on, we know clear town.
They're Australians, but they're all sounding like Americans, so. There's nothing here, GI.
Oh my god.
Stop interfering with our lives, GI.
Alpha pushing to clear. Bravo, put security on the southern side. Pound, Charlie are watching to the northwest.
Good copy.
Stick together, Blue.
Don't cable tie us, GI. We do nothing wrong.
Follow me. Follow me. Yeah, I'd like
Just
to.
one of my goats, jeez.
Bravo, while you're pulling security, can you pull 113 to the northeast as well?
Into the forest?
Negative, just on the edge of the video. Village, someone watching northeast first.
Alright.
This is good. Go ahead, just go ahead.
Keep moving down.
Alpha ground.
Hey, GI.
Alpha ground.
Yeah?
GI.
Go for ground.
Town's clear. We're
GI, come over here.
Good copy.
No, GI, I...
Pushing down the road.
Okay, I won't tell you about the people I see with guns over there. Go fuck yourself.
Call out contacts.
I hope you die, GI. I tried to be nice.
West.
Bravo to Alpha. Bravo's gonna take western side of this next town.
Alpha will take the east side.
This is Caravan. We got contacts west-northwest.
Set this, even though it's set with VCOM, but it's always just a habit of mine.
Let's just engage.
I think I hit someone, but... Oh, no, I did knock him out. Yeah, these guys are all in the open.
There's concealment.
You know, those GI out there should probably get to cover.
You're clear on LZ Silver Society. We told you, it wasn't
us.
I told you it was...
Yeah, we pushed through the southwest.
Just gets out of country.
Copy, we're gonna hold.
GI, bring war here.
Hey, firm.
And now, I see dead goat over there. That cost me money, GI. Oh gosh, Bullock just came up to tower.
2 squads.
Hey, firm. Alpha, Bravo, are you still pushing down or are you coming back?
I'm pushing contact right now.
Good copy. Continue pushing the contact until we've cleared out, then we'll regroup and push on.
So I'm gonna put a small 4-man element behind them just to kind of spook them from the rear. But this is, again, with this being like the first actual combat we see, I look over, I see how many players are getting hit, how many actually die because I have insta-death on, what their tactics are, because I actually do have a squad now coming around to maneuver, so it seems like the player base is on a good day right now because I haven't seen anyone get killed off yet, and they're actually being smart about these fights. So with that, I'll probably keep, throwing 2 to 3 squads at them. I'll try to be tactical with how I put the AI down, but so far, so good,
No, message over.
Yep.
Sorry, run up.
Did you put a sniper fire team? Or...
Whoo, I SAT'd him. So I do have some snipers in various areas of this AO, but I haven't put any down here. No, the 4 I put on their rear are just standard guerrillas coming from like the neighboring village that want to go kill GI, you know?
How you doing, Bravo?
Bravo's doing good. We're pinching the enemy here.
By what? There's like one guy left.
Exactly. Pinch 3.
How much is like from our southeast?
Hey, firm. Bravo push back immediately. Negative.
I'm getting off tower. Everyone is shooting. In my poor village. Ah! And I fall from tower.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Helicopter loud. It freak out animals.
Very loud.
Hey, firm. We're falling back now.
Alpha's already in contact to the east. You want us to pull out of contact to the east to go west.
Continue your contact. What spot do I have to the west?
There's Bravo coming from the west now.
So I'll wait a few moments, but once I actually get out of this area, I'll start deleting bodies and junk. So stuff that Iopus shot earlier, I can go ahead and delete further up north, and then the 2 guys they killed off from that AA position, I can also delete.
All squads sit rep.
Contact east has ceased. Not sure if clear.
But yeah, out of all the AO, they decided to go to, you know, just what happened to be 2 friendly villages in this area. So just how the AO's made. So contact's gonna get light at the beginning, but then it'll start picking up as they get closer to the actual objectives. Another important thing is you try to keep your AI in the thick forests, otherwise air can easily spot those early on and then eliminate them. So in order to A, prevent air from being super OP, and B, make sure your players have something to do, try to be a little tactical with how you place your AI, depending on the circumstances. Who's command element? A guy named Observer, who said, hey, do you need any experience to command?
Scouts reports that they may be placing tripwires.
Whoa, I ain't going
Say again?
Is that why they pushes at the village?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, in some of the rice paddies and whatnot, I put them there just to, you know, kind of ferry them around and whatnot.
Now I'm just going to call Eastern contact clear.
So, you know, Observer's being... He sent a maneuver team around to deal with the contact. I mean, that's... For someone that, quote-unquote, doesn't know what he's doing, and that's what he said in the beginning of the op, he's doing pretty well. I hope they keep it up, you know? They're doing a good job. And they're doing a good job relaying with their RTOs.
So this is the best I got.
Bah! Bah!
That was shit.
Hey, Scott. How are you running?
Alpha Bravo Charlies are pushing down the road to the southeast.
Hey, firm, pushing now.
Alpha's already moving.
Copy. That caravan is moving.
Yeah, so Jet just blew up one of my AA sites. I can always make more, though. Just set them up in different corners of the map if I feel like it. But again, that also gives something for air to do.
Air currently taken care of?
Air engaged 1 times boat on the flight route in.
Alright.
Alpha ground.
Charlie, you're pushing to the next town. Alpha Bravo, post security 360.
Alpha ground, we have 2 machine guns facing north up the road in the next town.
Bravo's already at the next town.
Alright, we're gonna push up and we're gonna hold the eastern side of town.
Hey, if Bravo is pushed in, Bravo clear, Charlie, Alpha, full security.
GI! Badman in building! Badman in building! He take goat! Badman in building!
Batman in building.
Badman in building!
Allo, привет?
He's saying that there's a Batman.
Over there. Okay. Well, let's go check it out together. Kento, you go first.
There's a guy.
You good?
Oh my god, they killed the Civ.
This is Caravan. We are on the eastern side of the second town.
Look behind us, they executed it.
Hey, firm. Alpha, watch southwest. Bravo, continue clear of the town.
Copy. Alpha switching to western side of road.
Southwest on the other side of the road.
What was your plan with that guy in that hut?
Roleplay element, so I RC to Civvy and I told them, hey, there's a guy in there. Because, again, what I haven't really done with a lot of unsung civvies is try to be helpful with the players, even though they did just execute a civilian for some weird reason. But I'll just throw some more VC guys at them later, so...
All squads regroup, continue pushing south down the road.
Be advised, ground, there are enemies in the next town.
Yeah, they're currently staring at air.
Hey, firm, good copy. We've
Hey, Bravo.
Yo, what's up?
My scouts are saying there's a ZSU in the next town, possibly.
That's the...
Yeah,
Yeah,
delayed
it's
that.
right
They're saying
here.
some kind of static.
Oh, okay, well that's fine. We're probably going to stick the eastern side of this road here, due to the tree cover.
Hey, Bravo.
Yeah?
Alpha has eyes on D30.
Alright.
So, let's give him a warning.
Bravo will be to the eastern forest now. We'll go over there and get ready.
Alpha's going to follow on the eastern side as the western side is the rice paddy.
Jesus.
Bravo started moving now southeast following tree line.
You're hitting the fence.
Alpha's following southeast to the tree line as well.
So yeah, this throwing quite a lot of your AA, so...
Hey, Bravo.
Yep, it's expected.
They're trying to engage us from long range with submachine gun fire.
All squads be advised, we will time strike by air on the town before you push in, so do not push in until it's calm.
Good copy.
Alpha copies, just let us know when it hits.
So all those AI had their pathing disabled, so I just used Achilles to re-enable it, because they just took an airstrike, so now they're going to start freaking out, you know?
Strike's gone in.
Alright, pushing in now.
Yep.
Alpha's gonna be holding security on the north side of town. We got hostiles to our west in the rice field.
Good copy.
Hey, firm, be advised, we do have AR on standby. If you need a strike somewhere, let me know.
So for villages they've already been in, I'm going to start deleting the animals because it's not needed, and plus the animals are, like, leaving the area anyway, so...
What about the civilians in them?
I will keep some of them there, but I'll delete a few that are like in buildings and whatnot, because they're not needed for the ambience, but air might still spot them, so.
Alpha ground, we've been flanked from our northwest. We got hostiles in the village behind us.
Cannot release you.
Hey, farm, I need Charlie to pull back to the village and assist.
Be advised, Bravo's also been flanked from our eastern side.
Hey, farm, if you can, pull back to the village we passed, and we will defend from there.
We'll see what we can do.
How's Charlie sit rep?
Alpha's holding on the northeastern corner of the fourth village.
Good copy. If you can find the hard spots to defend for now, do so.
Ooh. That blew him up.
Okay, now, okay. Observer's dead.
Why did
So I decided to use a few grenades in that flank attack. They left a command squad on the rear, and we actually, I think, just had our first KIA, but as they're getting a little separated now, we're still, you know, able to mess with them here and remind them that they can't just bulldoze everything.
Alpha Bravo.
This is Bravo send it?
We're going to be falling back to the third town to go rescue Charlie at ground command.
Good copy. We're going to be a bit split here, because we're going to push into town now.
Unfortunate.
Hey, firm. We won't push any further, though. We'll only secure the first part of
We'll also start having some of the civs running out of that town since they just had a big fight inside, so. Neko Fox, thanks for the 5 gift subs. If you got a sub from Neko Fox, make sure you thank him /her. I hope you all keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you're staying safe when COVID and getting a kick out of this scenario.
So many
Still reading Charlie
from the garrison position when you're in garrison.
This is Charlie.
So yeah, there are 2 guys stuck in buildings. I can RC them and get them out of that building because I know it can be a bit tough, but I'll just keep them there for now and just get them out at my leisure. Empire, right? Yep. Alright, I'll get you a reinsert. Give me a second.
Well, no,
I'll call him. Yeah?
Server, or my fucking radio commander, whatever. He has a black screen. That's why everyone was there. We're trying to help him. And then we all just got fucked.
Yeah, because there's a squad coming up. Yeah.
Enemy
Oof.
RT pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that, bro. It happens. I'll call in that air for you. Any station on this net, this is high. We have 1 times reinsert back at base. Please pick them up at your earliest convenience. Over. Hopefully they'll come in a few minutes.
Ground forces, be advised. Ground command team at Objective 3 Village may have been compromised and actively being captured.
A good copy.
That's cute.
Alpha's back at Village 3. There's nothing but friendlies here.
Lang Fog Hoa. With the Goats plus Civs marker.
Hey, firm. We're eyes on Devil Demon and Observer.
So their RTO is down, which is why command can't relay, so now they think they're being kidnapped. And again, part of the fun is seeing what they think is going on with their own units in the AO.
Okay, can we get accurate squad markers for everyone, please? Because JTech is just putting a blanket forces marker, and I have no clue where everyone actually is.
Bravo should be up.
Larry, thanks for the 4 gift subs. The perfect number, 569 keck. If you got a sub from Larry, make sure you thank him. Otherwise, I hope you'll keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a kick out of this. Ignore that one because that one doesn't work in multiplayer settings. It only works in single player. You want to disable pathing.
Alright.
Ah!
This is Caravan. Ground command is back up and alive.
Alright, please inform him that Bravo has found the caches that we're looking for.
This is Caravan. Copy.
Hey, photo! Vito Macomo! Bata Baba!
What is that?
Bosa Bada Kawasaka! Oh god, I killed Lou.
We have a contact for west of the third village.
Oh my god.
A good copy. Do you need help or
Nah, I'm just giving you some rope.
Any station on this net, this is high. We have 2 reinserts at base now. Please pick up at your earliest convenience. Over.
I got fucking domed by.
Luke, I was not trying to kill you there. Just the spray happened and I somehow hit you in the face. I already called for your reinsert. I'm sorry. There were 2 dead civilians in that town, and one of them saw one of them get killed by you, so he just picked up a VC's gun and started shooting. That's just how it works. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Something on the west side of the third objective where you are.
I never mean to headshot insta-kill people when I do that, but it happens.
Without being told by JTAC to do so.
So preferably JTAC tells Air what to do, but I know we don't have a good, like we have a newer JTAC and ground command on right now, so.
There's demolition blocks at the bottom if you want to take
somebody's having problems with the
the current exposure you might hear is
Yeah, so they did just destroy some of the trucks. So they didn't actually blow up, but I just end keyed them because, you know, usually it's enough, so.
one of my guys is a pyromaniac, and I wanted to have it
Yeah, that's someone being dumb as well, so that just means I'm gonna throw more guerrillas at them later for burning villages down and shit.
They're going to be blowing up soon.
It won't be instantaneous, but it'll, you know, we'll make it happen later in the op.
They were VA, regular, you know, AKs and shit.
Copy, we will put a VA cache aside. Cool.
So them talking over 50, they correctly identify that they destroyed a VC cache and not the US cache, so that's good. Does insta-kill work on AI? Yes, it works on, you can set it to work on players and AI and turn it on or off if you want to, or set it when they're in the unconscious animation. What about the goats? What about the goats?
Let's do that.
There's another.
Alpha Charlie, once you're done medicing, push on down to the next town and meet up with Bravo.
Force, I've had a few of those. I just can't think of any on the top of my head because it's been a long time since I've spawned something that like absolutely annihilates the player base. Which is good because that's
here. What do you want us to do with it?
it's not what you want to do, you know.
Alpha and Charlie will be moving down to your pause at this time.
Alright, we'll blow up that one as well.
This is Caravan on the move.
So one thing, ammunition boxes in Unsun do not like to get destroyed. So whenever you see an explosion on them, detonate them yourselves. And since this player base is used to having ace cook-off, as in when you blow something up with stuff in it, it'll blow up and have a cook-off of its own. Spawn a few explosive chargers or satchels a few seconds after you det that, and then just cook them off yourself with the end key, and the players will get the message.
I will say, have I.
Alright.
Yeah?
There's a pothole on the runway for this one. Is there any other air bases I can land at?
Give me 1 second. What? I just flew by. I don't see any bumps and shit. What happened?
One of my wheels caught and it flew me when I was on.
How hard were you coming down?
Not at all. I was lined up perfectly with it.
All right. If it happens again, I'll divert you to another airbase. Okay?
Okay.
Does AI still see enemies through bushes?
No, a lot of that thankfully was cleaned up at around 2019. They're usually really good about not firing through bushes now, unless you're dealing with like really old Arma ported maps or any textures from old Cup stuff.
We're going to clear to west and then circle back around to regroup on your pause.
Thankfully, right?
Yeah, because I have bad memories of when it was a thing.
Yeah, I haven't really seen it a lot in maps for about a year. Otherwise, I wouldn't do so many. But I can say that you usually don't see that anymore for Vietnam stuff. Goats in the rice paddy. But yeah, I mean, everything's been fine so far. Frames have been pretty good. We've just been dynamically putting down patrols as things have happened, and you know they've been slowly clearing the sides of the AO. I'm gonna quickly watch Matt take off to see if I can find where that bump is that he ran into.
Good copy.
Are you gonna send anything towards other squad?
Say again?
Are you gonna send anything to other squad?
Keep pushing.
Separated from others?
Not yet. I'm gonna let them get a little deeper because they've already killed everything in that area, and there's not really any good angles I can send stuff on. I could have abused the elephant grass to their east, but air's already flown over there a lot, so I want to kind of give them a small break. But after they cross that bridge and start moving around, then I might have them run into another random patrol. I am sending a small recon group by the other guys, but that's it's just for light harassment because again they're gonna have to start like, you know, crossing rivers and shit. So.
Alpha Bravo.
This is Bravo Ascendant.
We're coming in from your west.
Good copy. We're currently stood up on the bridge in case something comes over it.
Sounds like we have contacts to our south, Bravo.
We're getting shot from the west. This is Caravan.
God, that's frickin' Mosin sucks.
Alpha Charlie, contacts to our rear, need to turn around and engage.
Alpha's turning around now.
Iopus, once you're back up, request gun run to your northwest, hit the tree line.
Alpha Caravan, keep pulling back, we get you covered.
So what I'll try to do, if there's only like 1 or 3 guys left in the squad, I'll try to pull them back, but usually they won't follow my orders in that regard, so. Ooh.
New contact south as well.
Alpha JPEG. Never mind, you read my mind if you're popping that red smoke.
Other squads, there's friendlies on the east, southeast.
I will say, Unsun is literally just air support simulator if you do it properly, so. That's why people like it so much.
Red smoke, press at the back.
Alright. Gonna hop over to this Lyle.
That was it.
Met with the jet, it just feels like seal clodding to me.
Go ground.
Yeah, but that's how Vietnam is, you know?
Good copy.
Name guy, what?
There we go.
Alpha's beginning moving southeast.
Charlie's doing the same.
All squads start pushing.
Well, Oscar, when you put them to careless hold fire when they're that close, they'll sometimes they'll just go into the walk animation with their guns down, and that really kills immersion. Honestly, just sometimes the AI will dynamically fall back, because what this guy was doing, for example, that last guy, is he was actually falling back, but they're designed to fall back to the closest larger group to regroup with them. So the reason he ran this way is because this was the largest group at the time before it was killed in the airstrike. So if I had a squad behind him, for example, then he'd pull back more effectively. Might want to spawn more AI to handle stuff like that, you know?
Bravo to other ground forces, you guys alright?
Alpha's fine.
Charlie's fine.
Now we're gonna actually start getting into the real bad thick of it here.
Do we possibly want to bunny hop to like the next area?
Why walk when we can fly?
Yeah, bunny hop with the helicopters, I mean.
Yeah.
Alright.
All squads stand by for now.
Alright, Bravo location marked on map, we'll set up here.
Alpha go to Bravo's location to dig in with them.
Stop it, he's already dead!
All squads move across the Bravo mark and regroup there.
Be advised, Bravo has attacks to the southeast of our location.
Bravo, can you put red smoke on those contacts?
I can try, but it's gonna be a hell of a problem.
Alpha, this is Charlie will provide cover while you cross the bridge.
Bro, we're not gonna cross that far quite.
Really far. I would not recommend crossing bridge anyway. Red smoke has been popped on enemies, if you can see it. Yeah, right there, Eric. Good job.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah, so I got a mortar cache nearby. I'm actually gonna use it to start firing at that little island they're at. Let's see what they do in retaliation.
All squads push across the
I'm gonna wait till I get into a firefight again to call in more strikes, but because I need a spotter for it, obviously. But we'll see what happens. Cypher, you crash?
No, I'm late join.
You're a late join? Okay, I'll call you in. Yeah. Let me call it in.
Hey, firm, it seems to be some sort of IDF southwest.
Just give me 1 minute.
Oh boy.
Break. All forces, this is high. Be advised, we have 1 time to reinsert. Please. Break. Please pick them up at your earliest convenience. Over.
There's en route to pick up.
So they just napalm the shit out of the mortar position, so I'm just gonna have them run away from that spot instead.
Bravo, can you confirm that IDF you took?
Say again, sorry?
Did you take IDF?
It seems some sort of explosive southwest of us. Very reminiscent of IDF fire, but...
So they just hit a mortar position I saw on radar, so I might have killed it.
With the mortar?
No. So if you look to the southwest of where they are, you'll see 4 mortars. I literally just pulled one out from under there, put an AI on it, and I used AI suppress fire because they'll put 4 shots down where you want them to, and that makes it a little more dynamic because they might be able to hear the mortar in the distance firing. Though I will say, unsun mortars are super quiet.
I meant the artillery fire mission module.
Yeah, that's also a good one to use. Since I was going to be quick with it, I just used the ace suppression one because it puts 3 to 4, I think 4 shots down, and it's just, a lot quicker to set up.
Is it on the fire support? The suppressive fire?
No, so ace suppressive fire, if you go to create modules, the top one, ace AI, suppressive fire, that one. It's pretty nice.
Alright. Can you also use it on infantry squads?
Yeah, you can tell them to go shoot a specific area. However, if you want something more accurate, use the fire support module framework instead with that suppressive fire, because that makes it a bit easier.
This is probably good copy.
Contacts. West southwest of Bravo location. Alpha has contacts, Baron 160.
I remember seeing once that when you sent a squad to player base, you degrouped them and then sent them individually.
Yeah, that's if I need them to, like, charge into the AO. That's the wrong color.
Wait, one.
I can say you got one off.
So you're getting the enemy squads out of the groups from...
Not here, but again, that's only if I need to charge the AI through. But another tactic I like to use, and this is something that my grandfather would tell me, is when the VC would have colored smoke thrown at them, they would start throwing that color all around. Or if they, since they would have the GI's radios, if they requested colored smoke at an LZ and they popped that smoke and set it over the net, the VC would also throw that colored smoke. So if I really want to mess with air and I get AI close enough, I can spawn red smoke grenades into the infantry, and I can confuse the aircrafts on where they need to put in that fire mission.
Neat.
This is Caravan. Did anyone throw red smokes?
But I'm gonna pretend I have a D30 battery somewhere off map, and I am going to start hitting trailing shots up to their position to see if they leave that spot or not.
Using the 155 howitzer module, right?
Yeah, I'm just using the fire spot, the 155. Yeah, exactly. And I also have this boat coming around. So it's going to be like a minute between rounds. I'll give them like 3 or 4 warning shots, and I'll start inching that thing closer and closer. All forces, this is high. Be advised, we have a 1x reinsert back base, so... Don't worry, I already called you in. I don't know why it's you. It's always you, but that's okay, buddy.
It seemed like the ball didn't want to shoot at them.
Yeah, the boat's AI can be dumb sometimes.
Just face planted.
Bishop out of that IDF on you.
Whoever keeps throwing red smoke, you're going to get airstrike if you keep doing it.
Ground, this is high. Be advised, multiple reinserts at base. Over. At least 8.
It's firm. Chopper's on the way back. I Opus, you apparently have at least 8 reinserts back at base.
Wrong net.
You love setting off alert boxes, right? Oh, Flats. How you doing, man? Have you heard? Wait, no, you told me you're not going to hear back till like the end of the month.
Reinsert and regroup there at this time.
So I'm trying to make an unmovable wall here by, you know, occasionally throwing in a few squads here and there. But if they want to push through, I'm going to make this very, very difficult for them. I have another 30 seconds. I'm going to put another D30 shot in the water, but it's going to potentially hit a few more guys.
All forces, be advised, one-time airstrike coming in on our pause to the southwest before we push.
Oh.
We've already pushed. We're in the mangrove.
Is he going to be told to abort?
I've had contacts to the west outside the mangrove.
This might get interesting. They called an airstrike, but people already pushed.
This is Kevin. I don't know what squad we're about, but they...
Oh, air completely missed with that napalm. There's one that's going way off to the south. Good God.
All forces are
almost hit that village.
Alpha's here.
Yeah, almost. I don't have a spotter nearby now because they're pushing me, so now the fire support on that island is kind of mute now because I don't have anyone that can call those shots. So now I don't have any reason to do artillery here, but we're about to have a lot of guys get flanked. Yeah, I just watched the guy run up and murder Main J. Jesus.
The LZ Mako.
Good copy. Pull security and do what you can for him. Observe.
So now they're starting to get really separated, and this is where you're going to start seeing a lot of casualties. Yeah, lucky for the ground forces, that bomb went further off. Otherwise, that could have gotten very messy for the players.
Alpha 4 now, once you clear up this mangrove, do not push any further.
Yeah, so you saw them doing really well in the beginning, but now that they're starting to kind of separate out and having only a portion fight the enemy with no air support, that's where the player starts to falter. And this is where, you know, you got to watch for balance and whatnot, because it's very easy to get the players screwed at this point. I made a situation that invited them to do an air evac. They declined, they pushed into VC hell, and now they're reaping the consequences.
Yeah, you know, but
Oh wait, you have a hardcore medical one?
Yes, insta-death is on. Their health is buffed, but if they take multiple shots, like 2 to the face or 3 or 4 to the chest, they're dead. Any station on the net, this is high. We still have a few reinserts back at base. Over.
Good copy. I Opus, Stringer coming in. LG is still the same as it was.
So it's kind of funny, they got like platoon over to the west. They haven't realized that they've completely lost a squad here on their southeastern flank.
You were pretty much wiping that mangrove.
Hey, firm. Bravo, Charlie.
Maybe a couple of stragglers left alive there, but
This is Charlie.
They realize
what's your situation?
I believe we're trying to get up one person in that squad. Everyone else just died.
Affirm.
Bravo SL back on net.
Alpha ground.
You're so fucking lucky, dude. We got hit by Hardy.
Go for it.
Jesus.
5 or 6 times reinserts back at base.
Affirm. All forces at this time pull back to LZ.
So I'm gonna give them like 5 minutes, but I'm gonna say the VC know that they're over there, so I'm gonna start sending squads from kind of their rear now. But it's gonna take me a few minutes to get those guys in position. But see, my dud smoke grenades are working now because air is now striking that red smoke.
Yeah, but they only strike the guy who was already down.
Yeah, but that's because they're being accurate to the smoke, but I can only get a VC guy so close, because realistically, you can only throw a red smoke grenade like 10 meters away tops, so... So I'm waiting, the server time right now is 1:14, so at 1:18 I'm going to start spawning some squads on their rear and trying to push those up, and then maybe another squad will have been moved around, but it would have to have swam, so probably not.
You boys good?
We died, and most of us are reinserting.
So Angel and Iota are taking fire from friendlies behind them to the east because they're mis-PIDing each other now.
Good copy. I'll see if I see them, but I don't see them yet.
Mm-hmm. In Vietnam, you need to stay together, because if you don't, you're screwed. I also love how Angel has picked up a freaking scoped Mosin. That gun is a piece of shit, but I guess he wants it.
We'll resupply later. We are going to pull back to LZ reinsert, fly out, and come in.
Resupply is in their helicopter, but they don't always. Usually people will pick up enemy guns anyway, so.
Alpha Bravo Charlie, let me know when you have all of your personnel at DLZ.
Alpha ground.
Go for ground.
Yeah, it's very easy to throw a brick wall down and force the players back.
Say again. Yeah.
But you gotta remind them that they are not the most baddest motherfuckers here. I can easily turn it around, because otherwise they just get in the habit of trying to steamroll everything. It's my jungle. That's why I'm trying to show Roos here today.
Whatever squad's at the LZ reinsert, prepare to mount.
Alright. This is Caravan, I will go last.
Ground, this is high, message over.
Go for ground.
Be advised, slot runs out of time in about an hour, so I'm giving you 1 more hour to complete the objectives. Over.
Good copy.
I need to quickly check
Now.
when the next
Hey, tell my guys to get to the helicopter.
operation is. Today's Wednesday, next operation is at 6:30, and I want to be done with this by about 5. Yeah, it should be enough time. Because I still need some time to prep the 506
This is Caravan, I suggest we just go by order, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie.
Bravo copies, I agree.
So what I'm going to do is that foresty area about 600 meters to their northeast, I'm going to spawn 2 squads there and have them try to run on the rear to represent the regrouped units. I might also put a squad from southeast to try to come up the coastline, up to where the dead bodies are already. Because again, I'm trying to show that the VC are still reacting to these guys. I'm trying not to say break, because, you know, it's just me talking to them. But, you know, I can't keep sending units from that one vector, because there were only so many VC that could have been on this small strip of island, And if I want to bring more, I'd have to show them crossing the river, and AI crossing a river is a very difficult thing to do. Not impossible, but it's a gigantic pain in the ass.
Yeah, alright.
Hey, XKS, how you doing? Ah, shoot, you're right. I needed to talk to you about video stuff. Give me an hour after this op, and I'm gonna finish the 506 mission file, and then I will talk to you about that. Yeah, it's just I've been
heavily fortified.
Busy with everything. Give me one moment. Which town?
The town they're gonna probably go to now.
Okay, so that one, I think I put an ammo cache in it. If not, it's just a bunch of dudes chilling. Yeah, no, in the tall building I put some ammo boxes in there. Just another VC cache, target of opportunity, not the main objective.
Bravo Charlie, Air is en route back to pick you up. Alright, lovely. Bravo will load up in the next one.
So they hear the choppers. Usually I'd set patrols to safe, but they know something's up, so I'm setting that up there.
Get it while you're coming in.
Aight.
Not all of them are going to be able to fit on that next chopper, though, so this is going to become a very spicy LZ.
This is Caravan. There's context north and northeast of the LZ marker.
Let's still fucking use the jet instead of going into helicopter.
Yeah, by the way, the southern group slowed down, so I broke them all apart so they'd move quicker to the coastline.
Aight.
It's a bad habit that I need to get out of, but it's if I need these guys to go, they'll go quicker than the other group. Also, double-clicking them and setting them to full will also help them move faster, but I know we're incorporating Lamb soon, and we're tweaking their Rush AI thing. They have a module where if you put it down, the AI will start charging into the AO, so that'll help me with something like that instead of having to break apart all the AI, because all of those different diamonds represent a new group, and that's a little extra strenuous on the server. It also doesn't help that the helicopter keeps flying directly over that group, so that's why they're also slowing down. But now that I've got guys in the AO with radios, I can start calling down that D30 again. So I'm gonna again put it by the water, but... Wait, what?
Bravo Charlie reports contact southwest of your...
Hold on. Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Hey, hey now.
Man, at the same time, we need to get out of here quick.
How did you...
We know that we're here, so we need to get out of here. We're stalling pretty much.
Huh. Well, they just napalm the shit out of that, but...
Let me know, I'll get Aaron.
Neat.
Land in the middle of the compound. You should be able to land on the northeastern side now.
They don't need no physics.
Charlie, Air's gonna try to come and pick you up. Need to get out there as quick as you can. Alright, Bravo, I'll load up straight away.
Look at this guy in the back of my Vic here, just like planking it out. This is a Kozus because Roos is, we're teaching him stuff right now.
Bravo, Charlie, get on that bird. Alright, only kill Bravo, so good luck, Charlie.
Yeah, good luck to us. Alright, Bravo, go.
It's dynamic.
What is that cursed vehicle? Rosalind?
It's simple APC, but air hit it as I was driving in with it, so it destroyed its texture and it looks really cursed. It's pretty funny.
And the Charlie, be advised you got an enemy asset on the bridge.
Yeah, it's because it's a patrol variant. It's dish gun a PKM.
This is Charlie Sagan, you lost.
You got an enemy vehicle on the bridge to your east.
This is Charlie, good copy.
Yeah, so air just hit it with a gun run.
Looks like the patrol.
This is Charlie, we are all alive the best we can.
Squad.
Good copy, Chopper's gonna make a big drop off of Bravo.
Yeah, we'll see if they run into each other, then I'll start reacting.
Corsair, this is Charlie over.
I can relay Central Corsair.
Good copy. There's enemy infantry northwest of LZ marker.
They're
pumping red smoke.
Even more though.
Yep, that leaves them open for some really nasty things to happen, so let's hope they can get that airlift finished.
Red smoke, you're clear to hit it.
Oh shit,
But I'm running out of things to hit that previous LZ with. Because air just blew up a big chunk of my force. Ah, yes, when you're doing stuff, you should always Alt F4. That's how you get more money in the game, of course, yeah. Classic.
Bravo is at LZ now. We'll start pushing north to Alpha.
Yeah, but I don't have a guy with a radio anymore to call for the howitzer. That's the issue.
This is Charlie, good copy.
Charlie, VODS, strike complete.
Charlie, I hope it's on the way back for you. You'll have 20 seconds again once he lands to get in the bird.
This is...
Yeah, that small squad on its own of Skelly, they're about to run into that squad on their own and activate the whole AO, so...
BDA, good strike.
Otherwise, for the most part, they survived. Yeah, the air asset is a Corsair. And A7D Corsair too, with the default cast loadout for bombs and napalm.
Shut up. Why do you think? Well, I know why. I'm just saying it is.
There's none in the heli if you need it.
Alright, I think we're all in.
Alright, we're all in.
So they actually successfully did the airlift properly.
Mounted up in the chopper.
Nice. So now that they're leaving that area, I can start deleting all the bodies. I'll keep the boats, because they're like surface wrecks, which is kind of funny about Unsun, because the boats don't sink, even if they're destroyed, but, you know, just to get rid of most of the bodies to, you know, help keep the frames pretty A-okay. Yep, everyone's in the AO still. Cool. So at this point, though, I'm going to have one of the squads on the southern area go check out why the chopper keeps going to that southern area, at least why they keep hearing it over there, so...
All forces, once the chopper lands, we're going to push in and start an assault. Alright. Plan of attack is marked on map.
And I had one survivor from that previous LZ that was pulling out north, so I went ahead and deleted him as well, because he's at this point gotten away. Also, there were guys at Hoi Fook, which I had the mortars at, that also pulled more inland. I'm deleting them as well, because they also pulled away.
Good copy.
Oh yeah, no. That heli is pretty messed up there, because it was the only heli ferrying a bunch of dudes, you know? But the whole point of this op has been to teach people some stuff about, you know, CAS evac, air transport, all that fun stuff, and relying on, you know, one chopper to get a whole platoon around. So they have to cover LZs and whatnot while I put pressure. And they've been, you know, having to be quick on using the Corsair to
with you guys.
Get their air asset down.
Alpha, you ready?
A little bumpy, but he made it.
Charlie, are you ready to move?
Yeah, I think he's just coming in a little too hard on the landings, which is why he's getting hurt.
All squads, move.
So I like how they have been using Charlie to do recon, but again, they're about to be spotted because the patrols are just wising up to the choppers. Hell, he got fortunate son. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Yeah?
Sorry to pull you away, but the Corsair might be bugged. I can see all infantry on my HUD. Like, it shows them in squares. I can see
That's awesome. Alright, well, I guess ignore that. Or keep it to yourself, but I can't really fix that in-game because that's scripted to respawn and shit, so... Thanks for letting me know.
Alright, I'll get my boys ready with somebody.
I can't do anything about it, so just keep using it, and yeah, you do you.
Never mind, they came up behind the stories.
This is Caravan, we are getting contacts east close.
Alright, you guys good?
Yeah, for the moment.
Alright, here comes the mess. Because that one group is about to push into 2 squads.
Where?
I just
Yeah, I just heard them all yell, direct front, and now the other squad's gonna fold into them.
Bravo has encountered another patrol northwest of our location.
Yeah, but see, this squad kind of pushed up on its own, and now it's about to be encircled by the enemy.
Alright, we're gonna shift northwest to help Bravo.
It's because I just told the squad to do a new movement, so that's about to change. They haven't turned around yet, so I've got guys right behind them on a flank. Now the players are starting to notice and react.
Good, Hannah?
Oh, should be good. Well, we seem to be getting a bit flanked from all over.
We're coming in behind you.
Alright.
This is Caravan, we're coming up to you, coming from the southeast.
Oh my god.
For now, Caravan, I need to put security to our east. Alpha Bravo, continue pushing contact.
That's the grenade.
Good copy.
Careful.
North, Alpha, north!
Why am I seeing tracers getting that way?
So I don't think we had any KIAs, but I definitely knocked quite a few people down with some grenades.
Pop red smoke if you need assistance.
Friendly down, right here. Contact.
So I'll say he threw a smoke grenade before he died.
There's a man.
I'd say these guys also get one off.
No hand yet. Set up.
Hear them.
Language.
That red smoke is a little close.
They can
throw
grenades. We don't have any air assets in the area, so.
Ooh. Alright, so I'm going to spawn one more squad far off to the east and have it move to the village instead of the contact, because they're going to call in to say that they need backup, but they're probably going to get murdered, so... And now, trolling. Light. Oh, he is... Alright, you keep bandaging, buddy, because if I bandage you, you're going to run out. I meant to say, you control. Light.
This is Caravan. Are you guys moving on to northeast or?
Squad is just engaging.
Negative for now. I believe Alpha and Bravo are dropped down casualties.
Yeah, we're getting
I'm gonna get shot.
This is Caravan. A couple of infantrymen.
Ow.
Southeast.
I can't even get my gun up. That's all open area and the other guy died.
Corsair to ground. What's our objective?
At this time, as far as I know, it's caches. No more description.
Oh, that keyhole. Why is it always Enclave Killer that dies?
Alpha Charlie.
This is Charlie. Go ahead.
Where are you?
We're still holding in the east.
Hey, collapse back on us.
Good copy. Northwest. Confirm.
Yeah, pretty much. My guys are masked. Guys, Bravo's pretty bad.
Why is it always you?
On top, base at top of the hill with 22.
I'll call it in. Give me a second.
They just destroyed the building with the caches.
Cack.
At this point, we might as well do a regroup, so we'll just regroup here, split up from here, then hit the town.
Might want to cook off those.
No, I'll keep them there, because the building falling off, it's literally like a freaking hut made out of, you know, wood and shit. It's not going to do much to the boxes.
That you throw in.
Oh, well, that's too late now.
I think it was a team.
Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, when you can.
Yeah. Ground, this is high. Be advised, reinserts are back at base. Over.
Bravo lost one boy, but we should be good.
Once you are ready to move, continue pushing on to objective.
We're not regrouped, we're gonna need a minute.
One time reinsert back at base.
This is Corsair. Be advised. Tank has been struck as well as some AA site.
Oh, you little bitch. Oh, that's my fuel cache. Aw, my fuel cache did the bye-bye.
How much longer, Charlie?
Oh, what do you mean? This is Charlie.
Are you right on top of us? Cool. Alpha's ready to move.
Charlie's ready to move.
Bravo's got his down boy, so we're ready to move pretty much.
Hey, Farm, once you're ready to move, keep pushing on to the objective.
Alpha splitting off northeast to its ingress.
Now he's gonna try and dead charges again. Cash it, sorry.
Yep, when they get it, I'll cook it off this time. Why making NPCs just hold their position is like pulling teeth? What do you mean? You always have to have garrisons, otherwise everything goes too fluid and there's no point of doing building breaching.
No, it's full. I'm gonna set it for 2 minutes.
So,
alright, 2-minute
about
assembly starting.
140.
As soon as I get my stopwatch on my phone.
Oh, look at all these guns. Damn.
Alpha possibly has no patrol in front of us.
Good copy, Alpha. Is it a big one or is it a small one?
Hey,
Oh, no,
it's
it's
fucking
contacts,
it up. He still didn't set the charges yet.
Yeah, he's trying to set to a 2-minute timer. Squad's coming in, but the other groups notice them coming in, so they're gonna try to flank it as it goes in the village.
All forces once ready to engage the compound.
Is engaging patrol now?
Good copy.
Bravo, Charlie, continue pushing.
Alright, Bravo is now pushing northeast.
Yeah, so usually I would put something to their north to fire from across the river, but that area has had all of its forces depleted, and there hasn't been enough time to have gone past for me to say, hey, it's been, you know, reinforced because of how quick the VC moves, so. They're just going to get a little bit of an easier lull here as they decide to do another air assault somewhere.
Caravan, we're going to push northeast. There's a bunch of buildings there.
Good copy. Charlie's now pushed into the most western part of the...
Well, these boats felt that bomb because they're starting to be pushed back here.
Charlie.
Oh, I meant to say Bravo.
I was done with contacts, kind of west then north.
Not really any way for these guys to get off the island, so, Also, I had spider holes over here. Looks like all those were taken out, too. Actually, I don't even see them. Oh, well. So, got a handful of guys right here, but they're not going to be able to do much. They're going to get picked off quite easily. Ouch.
Explosives have been rigged at the compound, so do not enter it. The cache has been found and it's been...
Now we wait.
Copy, Bravo. We're going to hold the eastern road.
Alright. Bravo found the boat, so we're going to see how many people we can fit inside.
Copy.
Poor bastards don't realize the boat's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and get them.
They'll figure it out.
They've locked the boat somehow.
How do some Vietnamese people have locks?
Commencing 6 to boat.
I mean, the destroyed tank.
They think it's locked, yeah, so I'm gonna put a smoke texture on it instead.
Somebody plays with charge.
Ground, this is high, message over.
Go for ground.
Be advised, the boat textures and the destroyed boat textures are very similar. The destroyed texture looks even worse than the standard boat texture, so your guys are trying to mount a boat right now, but it's actually been struck by air like 30 minutes ago, so.
Good copy.
That fucking texture is atrocious.
Yeah. See, I don't know why, but like, discard.
Biggery, that's all I have to say.
Corsair to high. Was our objective to
Put that on the wrong
map?
now. Anyway, it's like ever since Echo, which was like 2 or 3 updates ago, the boats float now instead of sink. Because I'll like put it in the water, but it won't actually friggin' sink, so I just delete them. Little break in immersion, but it's to just, you know, give them a reminder, so.
That PKM gunner in that tree could have spotted those guys on the docks easily.
This is Caravan. We're on our way to regroup Maka.
Bravo is at Rieger for.
Yeah, I'll RC him in a second. I'm just setting up the fuel cache, AO.
Ground high.
This is high, send message ground.
Time check.
Got about 45 minutes, over.
Bravo to ground isn't objective our mission complete since we did all the thingies? Well, I'm not missing something. Bravo in contact west. Stay from
Hey, Bravo, you're being engaged by a guy in a tree.
I think my guys figure that out. But I'm just gonna let them do that.
Oop, they got me. Why? How is it always you? How is it always you? How? It's the 4th time he's died. Ground, this is high. Be advised, we have 1 times reinsert back at base. Every fucking time! How is it you? How is it you? I already called it in. I just... That's the... I don't know what to say. Like, the first time I'm like, okay, yeah. Second time I feel bad. Third time I'm like, okay, shit, what the hell? That time I literally just started spraying. And of course, the one person I kill is you.
Is this Alpha's ride?
How?
Security here.
I don't know. I was prone. I was about to pull out my rocket launcher.
Bravo to ground?
I can't.
Go ground.
Haven't we done all of the objectives, or am I missing something?
I can't do this.
Negative. You said I was called to
I've called air, but they're doing a ferry right now, so it might take us. I don't. This is perplexing. That time you were in a group. Like, I don't know. I'm going back to Zeusing.
Fucking dead again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like,
Coming back to pick you up momentarily.
What the heck was that? You know, like the first time, okay, it happens. I feel bad. Second time, I really feel bad because I'm like, oh shit, am I targeting him? Third time, I don't think that was even me because that was,
I'm gonna just go to the bathroom real quick.
I think I threw a grenade on him. And that, no, he got sprayed down by that AI. But the 4th time, I was just spraying into a group. There was no way in hell I could have known that was him, and I just somehow get him. He's like Drumheller in the 506 when I play with him on Wednesday. He just always gets shot. Somehow. What? Always gets shot. I don't know what that was for, but... Who the heck knows? Let's see. We did it at 38, so it's been about 15, 20 minutes. I'll give it 2 more minutes, and then I'll have 2 squads run over and put pressure on him. Shut up, Barb. But thank you. Alright, Reaper is being cable tied. Aye. Oh, yeah, no, Frisco. Arma, it's a janky sandbox that you just have to finagle and manhandle until you get it working right, so...
Someone's on my game.
Just a giant pain in the butt.
Alpha ground.
Built with cash, yeah, so they've got that marked, and they marked the tank over there, so...
We're currently waiting for
screw it, we're
going to move to a new LZ.
I'm gonna start putting pressure on him. Constant contact, you know? Because why not? Alligators in water, yeah. Hippos too. But snakes, I don't know why. I just can't do snakes. What other games, though, can allow you to garrison stuff?
I'm back. Can you place those 3 platforms?
This is Caravan. I have a feeling there might be contacts.
You mean the docks?
Area. Southeast, maybe. I don't know.
I mean the 3.
Yeah, you place them in editor. It's sniper trees. You just look up sniper and you'll find them. Water spiders are fine. They're just... There's an actual animal called water spiders. Their legs are so small that they don't break the surface tension of water. Or they're called water striders. I think they're water striders, actually. Why are they blowing up the docks?
Hey, Bravo, where are you blowing up over there?
Alright.
Alpha, 20 seconds to bird lands, move to LZ and prepare to mount up.
Alpha copy, 20 seconds to landing.
Heli will be landing in the center of the town pretty much.
Why is the bridge cooking off? There was something underneath that they didn't see.
Blue smoke. All squad contact northeast.
Nope, that squad never got sent in, and this squad also gave up on its pathfinding. There we go. Sometimes they get stuck in the thick jungle.
This wave off for now.
Correction, contacts northwest, across the river.
It's under ship, yeah. Ah, yes, the Viet Cong Navy. It's gonna take literally 5 minutes to get over here, and air is gonna kill it in another minute.
Contact northeast as well.
Good copy.
Well, I was asking because, like,
when you're ready,
you said, like, garrisons, Frisco, were being, you know, just jankier in other games. I was just curious what other games let you garrison units like that, because that implies that the game plays like Arma, and I'm just curious if there's anything like Arma out there. Other than, you know, the shooter aspect, you know. Controlling an AO in real time is stuff I really like to do, so. Yep, he already killed one. That took a second. Oh, if you ever want to find terrifying animals in the world, just go to Australia. I mean, Australia is a hardcore PvE zone. And Russia is just a PvP zone, obviously. That's just how life works.
This is Kevin. I think we're getting contacts from the southeast.
My boats! My precious boats! You bastard!
Bravo, Charlie, run out as hold the LZ as much as you can.
Well, that happened.
You're ready to mount as soon as the chopper returns.
So I had some boats coming from, like, some further islands of the west. Air found them within 30 seconds, and they're already all dead. And I put them down, like, a minute ago. Sounds about right, though, for what air does.
Are you leaving the dead bodies there on purpose at the motor position?
At what position?
The motor position.
Yeah, because they haven't been there yet, so it's just an indication that they've struck it yet. It's only after the player base on the ground has gone through an area I'll delete bodies, because they've already have that knowledge. But if air, like, bombed something earlier in the AO and ground hasn't gone there yet, I want to give ground that tip off, you know? No, not the napalm! Oh, not the napalm! Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Good copy.
I smell barbecue.
I smell fried rice.
Alright, that was a good one. Jesus. Yeah, I'm deleting that squad. They're gonna run off. Some of these guys are gonna route to that. Not all of them, but a big chunk of them.
Good copy.
Oh my god, they're gonna regroup for another attack or something. Oh, that was a good one. I love how a lot of them are picking up enemy guns and shit now. Jeez Louise.
Security at the LZ inside the village.
A firm, once Bravo's out and landed, they'll come back and pick you up.
So they've airstruck one objective, they're about to go deploy on the other, and I'm going to say a VC squad was nearby to go listen to that, so I'm going to throw one squad at them, but I'm going to slowly start putting more pressure on that LZ.
Looks like air destroyed the whole base.
Yeah, air completely airstruck the fuel cache, so I had the NVA that were there just ditch it instead, and I put a smoke module down on the fuel because there's no destroyed fuel texture. I'm gonna cross to get on an island here. No other games, Garrison, like Arma was talking about how having NPCs stop moving and hold positions is way more complicated than other game editors. That's fair. There's a few different buttons you can hit, and then there's some versions that don't work in multiplayer settings, which I find funny that they even exist, but it's all just stuff you gotta memorize. But hey, I mean, now I get to be a Zeus consultant. People are paying me on Patreon to ask for advice and how to deal with stuff, so that's always fun. For the fried rice, Neko Fox, thanks for the $10 spot. We can thank Darus for that one. Our patented TSB Russian player. Fried lice? How would you fry lice? There's no way to bread it. I just watched Dutch Bat fail his security check. Literally, guys ran right next to him and he had no idea, and it was his sector. It's funny.
Charlie Bird is returning for you now. Be ready to mount as the lands.
This is Caravan, good copy.
Fried lice, ugh. Just, ugh. You know?
One of the guys is playing Vietnamese music.
I think Matt found his pothole and he's shooting at it now or something.
Probably 30 seconds. Sure.
Like, I'm looking at it from level. It's all level. Like, it's just a texture. But I think he's convinced that it's a pothole.
Where?
At the base. He's literally crawling around it in circles trying to find this pothole, but it doesn't exist.
Be advised, two of my boys weren't fast enough, so they didn't get in a helicopter. So
Oh, that's funny. It's all flat.
Who got left behind at the LZ?
Some of Bravo boys got left behind because they weren't fast.
Hey, from Charlie, can you make sure they're in with you, please?
Good copy if we can.
Oh.
Bravo's pushing.
GI, you no be here.
This is Caravan.
Viet Con everywhere. GI. Not safe place to be, GI. Please do not bring war to our village, GI. VC everywhere looking for you.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Village close northwest is free of GI. We're just gonna pass through it.
Copy, so we're just gonna, okay, we're gonna continue holding LZ for Charlie then.
Hey, firm. We'll just go south instead.
Yep. Let's basically hit that town you're at, then come back to us, and then we'll push on the other objective together.
Hey, firm.
I hear that stupid suppressed handgun they have. Alright, so that's everything over here. I can go ahead and delete that stuff out there. Some of the stuff over here I can also get rid of.
This is Karen, we are at LZ Gold.
That should help the frames a little bit. So what we're experiencing now is just fatigue of having the server up for about a little over 2 hours. But yeah, there is a mainland connection here, so I can throw as many guys as I want at them over here. I just gotta be mindful of bodies. Yeah, I've been surprised. There's been no friendly napalm yet, which is
friendly to our west.
A nice relief.
150 meters.
All right, Matt got himself fixed up. He's now gonna tax off again.
Town to the west and to the south.
Good copy.
All forces, once contact is dealt with, we'll be pushing south along movement marker 2 to hit the town to that south.
So yeah, I'm gonna pretend I don't know those guys are there, but
hey, firm.
Gonna put a lot of pressure on this LZ. And then we can go ahead and delete all these far goats over here. Yeah, those bodies are all kind of moot. I can delete some of the far bodies here. I'm just trying to min to max all the frames to the best of my ability here. But yeah, I'm gonna throw a lot.
Good thing they regrouped.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this fight tough and then slow down my rate of reinsert, because this is gonna be the last part, so. I like to have a lot of contacts in my ops, so. At least for Vietnam.
All forces be advised, napalm coming in.
Why are you guys talking about Larry? What? Why horny jail? What's going on?
Contact northwest. Someone's got enemies southwest.
I got just dabbed on me pretty hard.
But Recon almost got hit by Nation.
Yeah, it's because Recon is way off the frickin' reservation right now. I think I killed that guy. These are NVA, so they're the best of the best here.
Taking contacts northwest.
Hey, firm, all squads, once contacts are clear, we're pushing so quick.
Hey, Liru. Liru.
Busy, Roos.
Liru.
Roos, if I don't respond, it's probably because I'm busy, forehead.
This is Kevin. I believe the contact northwest is clear, and now I believe southwest is taking contacts.
Upper copies.
Roos, if I don't respond, it's because I'm busy doing something.
Yeah, look at... Do you see the thing at the bottom
Hey, firm, all
left of the map?
squads, push through contacts to the south-southwest, keep moving to that village.
Yeah, that's what was causing the desync. So I forget. There's a lot of triggers and stuff that when you're occasionally spawning in stuff, it spawns stuff in debug down there. So now that I've deleted that, the frames are going to be a lot better. But I forget about that. But that's something you got to worry about when you deal with Unsun stuff.
Also, was that you are seeing?
Yeah, and I think I killed 2 of them, and Skelly's about to run into that one squad. But yeah, I mean, I saw the guy's RPG, and I'm like, we don't have any guys over there. Why are they by themselves? And yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the RPG wanted to RPG. Are your scouts back on the river? Killed him before he could.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have not said anything to me. I'm assuming they died in the contact. A firm, 2 of my scouts are on choppers.
Brown Alpha, I see your friendlies that just bought white smoke.
We should be right behind you, or if not in front of you. Yeah, we're about 300.
So now I'm gonna teach the GI the meaning of go home.
Alright.
Oh god.
Bravo is entering compound soon PM now.
Copy. Hey, Garage, the heads up, one of my scouts survived. It's currently forward of the river.
Nope, that's the wrong thing. Abilities. Oh, that's gonna make him jump out of the tree. Whoops!
Caravan, we're moving southwest.
Good copy.
Bravo, Alpha's in contact to contact west. To your north.
Hey, firm.
Oh, okay, he's firing on his own.
And you can push back.
Ghostly Pickle Man, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this scenario. Alright, he is shooting.
Bravo, right next to you.
They got a few guys on their rear. Hey, he got me. So yeah, I'm just shooting at their feet, like trying to knock him out occasionally, but I think I got him with that last shot there.
A couple of members of
Yeah, tree snipers, man.
Hey, firm,
What do you do?
Bravo, we got contact to our southwest.
Yeah, this is Charlie getting contact southwest as well.
Whew, Air's gonna come back and start picking people up, though. Most of the force is holding here, but there's a lot of fighting going on. Trying to delete some of the far-moving animals here.
Bravo, you up?
Who the heck is playing fucking Revenge? Of course he is. Of course he is. Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of give in this sector.
Alpha's contact the NVA forces at the village.
Alright, I'm gonna give it a few minutes and I'll spawn in like 3 or 4 more VC squads and I'll put pressure on their escape, LZ. Feet shooting pro.
Is that going to be the last one they're gonna go to?
Yeah, so I don't think they're gonna go and check the fuel cache. I think they're just gonna blow this up and say they're done.
All forces, advise pull back, napalm coming in a red mark strike.
This is Caravan taking airstrike to the village.
Oh, that was close.
Alpha ground.
Where the enemies were, baby.
Yeah,
Oh, this is Caravan, thank you close. Fuck.
No, not the village! Not the... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete them all, and I'm gonna respawn 2 squads of gorilla there, and they're gonna go pissy, man.
Eyes on cash in town and possible fuel on the docks.
Fair enough.
A firm, continue clearing the town and we're gonna push and meet you there.
Fucking napalmed a friendly village, and now they're not gonna be too friendly now. They're a little angry over that one. Still gonna wait the remaining 2 minutes. I'm gonna have another squad go across on the eastern side, maybe a small one to the southeast, and then you know, more coming in.
Rod, you're gonna need to roll Charlie up this way quick.
Hey, firm, all forces move to the village. That would be our real point.
And of course, air strikes.
Oh, yeah, southwest.
Yeah, it's Vietnam, though. Air's gonna do all the heavy lifting. The infantry are just kind of here for the ride. Fucking Ravage with that.
If there would still be civilians, he would be in a lot of trouble right now.
Ground to high.
Yeah, but they only did that because they took up arms and became combatants. I usually don't split hairs when it comes to that shit, but give me 1 second. This is high, send message ground.
Hey, firm, time check.
You got about... I'll give you 30 minutes.
Good copy. Alpha Bravo Charlie, move to the village for a regroup.
Alpha ground, the village mostly secure. Cash in the center of the village has not been deaded yet.
Hey, firm will dead once they move out.
Alright, it's about time.
Dead now, clear the village.
Dead score.
Adev is down. Team lead for Bravo is taking over.
Hey, firm, all forces.
Say they snuck around. But they've actually been doing really well this op.
Is going in.
Like, this has been one of their A days, considering that they have RTOs to throttle their comms with, and they're doing
US cash.
limited air evac, you know?
Hey, firm.
So they've been doing a good job, definitely. Happy with their performance today.
What are they supposed to do with the US cache?
Dead it. The US doesn't want it because of booby traps. Same with the fuel cache. So they don't know, but they've pretty much done both objectives. But it's up to them to, you know, RTB.
Alpha high.
This is high. Send message Alpha.
This cache on the boat, we're gonna call that basically submersive water, right?
The one outside of the boat, yeah, you blew it up with a napalm grenade, so it cooked everything off and sunk.
Cool.
Ground, this is high. Message over.
Go for ground.
Once you are done with this AO, not implying that you are, but if you feel you are, feel free to start air vacuuming your guys out of the AO to the airbase. Break. Once they get boots on the ground, they're free to disconnect, and we will index once the last chopper with the last remaining group has left the red zone. Over.
Go copy.
Yeah, I'll say he fell back. The goat! Bruce, when this is done, can you link me the document I have to sign off on for your fill-in?
Yeah.
Ground to Alpha, is that Ash demo, yeah?
What up? No! No! How is it you again? I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with this shit. How is...
1 minute left on the captain center account.
How? What did you do?
If you're still in the middle of town...
Your mic's busted. I can't hear you. You're not... Bruce? Bruce, can you hear me?
Last contacts northwest.
Yeah, Empire, your mic's busted. I can't hear you. Or Enclave, I'm sorry. Wait, no, you're not. Okay, there's a guy named Enclave Killer and a guy named Empire Sax. I might have been getting you guys confused. That's okay. Whatever. Just, I think air just landed over there, but I'll let them know. Cool. Thanks. God, I almost had a fucking panic attack. How does that guy keep dying? I don't know.
10 seconds to dead.
All forwards, this is high. We have a reinsert back in base. Empire's on 3 deaths, Enclave's on 2. Got it. Okay.
Good copy.
That, I might have been getting them mixed up then.
Corsair, red smoke, friendlies are east of it.
Check debug, make sure nothing too crazy is going on. I don't see anything spawning. Good, good, good. Just making sure there's nothing causing frame hiccups and shit. They are getting into grenade range. And it looks like we just had 1 KIA. And I hope this is coming back, so. Whew, that village is burning. Again, I'm gonna really keep the pressure up here.
Alpha ground.
Overground.
Catch us the demo, what are we doing?
A firm standby, we're locating an LZ to our speed.
Got a lot of smoke being thrown, that's why the server's dying. Alright. But otherwise, we're gonna get them evac'd and wrap this one up. But they did really well this operation. I just hope that music doesn't get me copyright striked or something. That group, which was right there, is assigned to pull away. I'm gonna respawn them and put them right there, because I'd like them to stay there. Try to sneak that group around.
We'll be pulling to the south of this village to find an LZ to RTB. Good copy.
Wow, that bomb did nothing.
Ground at Alpha ground, we got contact southeast across the river.
A firm deal with. Rough LZ would be LZ, get out of here.
See you at the LZ?
Good copy, Bravo will be heading there soon.
So at this point, I'm just trying to get the AO wrapped up and let's get a few of these other villages deleted to conserve frames.
Strike coming in on red smoke.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Lot of angry people are coming. You can hear Matt's airstrike. Hope they're still gonna pull their rear security. Alright, he's running off.
Coming in close, the squads. Enemy squad, northeast.
Having those guys get on the guns.
Hey, Bravo, you got those coming from
Three
northeast?
infantry squads.
Whoever's landing, whoever's here, start mounting up.
Alpha's mount. Right from Alpha. We'll cover you.
The JTAC to, correction, Charlie to JTAC.
Angry VC time. Very angry VC time.
Get there to destroy the fucking infantrymen to the north.
Hey, farm, where do you need to strike, Charlie?
Oh god. But the VC, they keep coming.
Hey, farm. Bravo, Charlie, need you pulling back to the riverbank so we're ready to move once.
Complaints about not having enough napalm. Classic.
Person, Charlie.
Good copy. Enemy danger close north.
One extract, isn't it?
Hey, farm, there will be danger close fire missions coming in.
Oh, you could have said that a bit earlier. That was.
So Air just did a gun run and killed a lot of friendlies because the red smoke finally paid off.
I just got red 5 dudes on ourselves.
Well, that's making the
Enemy
It's making it easier, right?
Just say
Hey, farm, where was left, pull back to the coastline, prepare to be evac.
I'll give my usual spiel when I use this tactic in the debrief to say, hey, you know, this is why it happened, and the VC, they're smart, they have your gear, so.
Bravo's now a 4-man team due to Air's mishaps, so we're ready to go.
Well, it wasn't a napalm grenade this time around, it was, it was an airstrike. So we'll start throwing more smoke at them. Again, within a reasonable distance to say someone would chuck some smoke grenades around. I'm not pretending I have their GLs, in which case I can put smoke down wherever. But yeah, make their, if they've been constantly using red smoke, you know, maybe switch up the color. Say green smoke this time, or blue smoke this time, because I give them multiple different colors.
I need you ready to mount choppers on the way back.
Where are they, Red Dead?
Oh dear.
Bravo to Charlie, where are you at?
It was about as effective as napalm, though.
I think Charlie was in that airstrike that Air did earlier.
This is Charlie RTO got shot and died.
Bravo, chopper 30 seconds out, need you on the coast.
We need it right now, we're getting surrounded.
We need it right now!
This is Charlie RTO back at respawn. Apparently got friendly fire by Corsair.
Hey firm, that is correct.
Oh.
Friendly helicopter is going down.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what just did that to the aircraft. You don't have a Strela in your group, right? That's NVA only. Yeah, you have an RPG in that one, and you have an RPG in that one. The only time I spawned a Strela...
It's a lot of that, I mean, unconscious guys on the shore.
Yeah, it was an explosion on the tail implying that it was a Strela. I didn't see a missile pass, so I think it was just a random RPG. Because I will admit, I spawned one Strela so far, but that was in the area they were attacking. And I know I watched them kill him off, so... That was just very unlucky then.
We're completely surrounded at. We're gonna push northwest and go along the coast. We'll see what happens.
Just the accuracy of that explosion, though, I don't know. Wasn't me. Oh my gosh, and they're just spamming shit, so I'm gonna... Oh! There's still one guy trying to fight for it. Yeah, there's still someone holding. Yeah, so once in a blue moon, the AI will actually just get like a Hail Mary RPG hit on something. That had to have been it, but I honestly don't know. Like, I know for a fact there's no Strelas on the field right now, which is usually what causes a tail hit like that, because the Strela goes for the rear of the chopper, but...
Vice ground forces, I'm not sure if JJ's still up, but you're gonna need to find whatever is AA shooting at us. I just got a lock on.
Did you spawn something?
No.
Please tell me you didn't spawn something to my AO.
I didn't.
But that's your shit-eating grin voice.
It's a shit-eating grin voice because I'm looking at what's happening right now over there.
What? So you didn't spawn anything?
No, I didn't spawn anything. Cross my heart. There's like 3 guys left alive there.
What the actual fuck would be locking him then? I don't believe him either. That's...
There's like a half circle made out of unconscious bodies.
Hi, this is Charlie RTO. Just so you know, I did not cable tow you.
Amazing.
No. We're all let me go. Yeah.
That's why my screen went black for a second and I couldn't see symbols, because they did that. GI, go home! GI, go home.
What? Why is Back in Black in the rice paddy out in the middle of nowhere?
Because he got cable tie glitched where Ace will occasionally, like, throw you some weird distance. I have no idea what was locking Matt, and I have no idea what shot down the chopper. And apparently... What?
Also, it's funny that you assumed that I had something to do with it.
Yeah, because I didn't spawn anything. Yeah, so those are just random debug logic things, but... I don't have any Strellas, though. But to shoot down a plane...
Ground to any forces on net. Is there anyone still left in the AO?
It had to have been a SAM, but there are no SAMs in this AO unless someone spawned one in. They just cable tied me again.
Can I lightning bolt them?
No. Yeah, and they were getting locked on, which means it was a SAM. Like something with lock-on capability. It wasn't AAA. That means there was a missile launcher somewhere.
My game crashed after someone cable tied me.
Oh my god, my kills.
Alright, so...
Oh, I didn't get my screenshot.
I don't know what's up. Roos is claiming he didn't spawn anything, but those guided missiles at the end, that wasn't me. And I don't know if Roos is lying or not, but...
Is that what that was?
I think it's
yeah.
radio. I heard music earlier, so I'm not sure if someone picked up one of the Vietnamese radios. Or one of the radios that was in the US Army crate. Because we had an issue beforehand where you can call in support from the NVA or the US. Depending what radio you have.
So one of you picked up an NVA radio. That's why it wasn't on my interface either. Yeah, you can call in MiGs with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
MiGs, Huey, supply drops, transport, all the likes.
Man, I was doing so good right up until that.
Yeah, I got fucked at the end.
Yeah, but it had to have been by a MiG then for long range. So, Roos, I apologize for accusing you. I'm trying to figure out why that happened, and I'm just defensive about it. But
I didn't hear a launch. That's, I just heard the smack, and it's like, everything just...
Yeah, exactly. Something, I thought it was an RPG. I didn't see a local launch, though, and normally the AI won't do that. So I'm like, I guess it was just a 1 in a million. Then Matt said he was getting locked while he was, like, high in the air, and I'm like, okay. There's either a SAM or something.
I flared one off, and then like a minute and a half, 2 minutes later, another one hit me while I was doing a strafe.
Yeah, so that means someone...
Notification in chat, though, whenever someone uses it, from what I remember.
I don't know, like...
What if it did it in the other side, so we couldn't...
Yeah, that could also be a point. If it's an enemy radio, it only gives the hint to the local side, so... I'll go ahead and test that and figure it out, but yeah, GG, you called the NVA after you blew up their US cache and you got yourselves killed. Amazing. Anyway, Up actually did... I thought you guys did really freaking well. Like, air evac was great, air transport was great, tactics were great. You guys handled everything really, really well. A few of the brick walls I threw at you, like the first air transport, squads kind of pulled out on their own and got killed. And then you finally did the evac and we're fine, but... yeah. Hope you had fun. I'll put feedback up, and I'll turn it over to Roos first. Anything you saw, or?
Not really, except who was the guy playing that Vietnamese music?
From the radio. From the radio, so. It was entirety of Bravo.
Yeah,
at least 2 in Bravo had that thing attached to them.
I heard someone saying they were changing the channel right before we got gun runned, so I'm wondering if that was it.
So you did get gun run by your own air asset. So here's the thing. My grandfather would tell me stories because he was in Nam about when he flew Hueys, when they would call in for a smoke evac and ask for smoke, and they'd confirm what smoke color was there. The VC would have their radios, so if the ground crew threw a green smoke grenade and said, "Come pick us up at green smoke," VC all around them would also throw green smoke grenades. So what I did in order to kind of reflect that was, after a while, they noticed you were explicitly using red smoke as airstrikes. So units started running up to you and throwing red smoke at you, hoping that your air would hit you, and at the end they finally did, so...
I noticed that as well.
Finger guns.
It didn't take the red smoke for air to hit us. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Nah, I called down those airstrikes on scouts.
I just started following green tracers, and when I saw green tracers come out of the woodland, I'm like, those are enemies. And then I learned later that some of you picked up enemy weapons.
In most of Bravo had enemy weapons, I'll be honest.
It's fine.
Iota, myself, Angel Dust, and Skelly were all across the water, and we were scouting like we were told by ground command, our squad lead, and everyone knew we were over there. And we looked behind us, and like 10 meters back, there's this like 20-foot high plume of pure napalm that ground command had immediately called down upon us.
And then aggro the AO, we all died.
Yep. Except for Skelly.
I thought we angered the gods.
To be fair, in that instance, we were getting assaulted by enemies behind you. But it was at least a squad and a half. So that was why the napalm was called, because we were getting shot at the LZ. The fact that you guys were over there, like, we couldn't confirm anything, so it was a case of like we're getting shot, we're getting surrounded by 3 different angles of attack, so we needed that angle of attack to be cleared, so we weren't getting shot in the back to defend from everyone else. That was what was happening. Sorry you got murdered, scouts.
Jeez. Next group.
Anyway, do we want to run down the list, Liru, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Ground command here. My first time doing it. If you want to bash me or yell at me, go ahead and do it in DMs. I'm fine with it. Or just do it here. I don't care. It's all good. Otherwise, you guys followed orders incredibly well. We came in from the north. We swept through the entire main road. I think we cleared 2 caches in the meantime, which is pretty good. The only thing that was kind of a hiccup was whenever we were clearing, before we had to helicopter out in that Bravo compound, whenever Bravo was assaulting that town to the south and like half of us were holding back, we got ambushed by a bunch of NBA because I sent too many people like running that direction south. The only reason we kind of got jumped was because fucking Hazmat was super desync bugged, and I was sitting here stuck carrying him around, even though I couldn't like stop holding him as a prisoner, even though he wasn't a prisoner anymore.
Oh, yeah,
that's kind of why we got fucked. We were probably 360 because we were dealing with issues, which is fine, which is pretty fun. After that, whenever we were in the kill box heading southwest, a bit after that, right before we had to do our first air evac, that was a bad call on my part, but it was a case of we stay and get mortared, or we push through and we try to kill the mortars and push through the enemies to there. But based off of the terrain and like the rice paddies that were right there, it was a super bad call. That's why we then called everyone to turn around and get the fuck out of there. We zipped way down to the south. We killed the heavily fortified place. Super good. Really great. And then the last LZ was...
By the way, chat, we'll be back at 9 for the 506 stop. It's not going to be Star Wars. It's going to be basic. It's because
with like
I'm giving them too little time to download the mod pack.
Go smash that as we like clear out the rest of the peninsula. And then we were going to do the final peninsula bit at the southwest when Liru was like, hey, get the fuck out or die. So if you die getting the fuck out, it's okay. I live. It's the only thing that's important. Otherwise, you guys followed orders incredibly. And you guys did great work. Devil Demon, shout out. You fucking carried this. You did super great.
I will probably won't stream the mission development. I got some other things I got to do on the side for video editing because my drives are getting full again.
Napalm me harder next time, Air. Alpha, go.
Jesus.
Alpha did extremely well as a squad. They stuck together. I believe the only time we ever died is when we went to the mangrove swamp of death. Before that, we only had one person go down the entire road of coolness. LZs at the beginning were kind of questionable, kind of complaining. Eventually, you guys changed that. Cool. As a squad, we stuck together. cleared through the road really well, flew up to Bravo compound, sat at Bravo compound, went to mangrove swamp, died horribly, respawned, hit the fortified compound really well, had a little clusterfuck on Hill 22, sorted that out, salted the compound, landed at the river, cleared out that little area, pushed south, and blew up the last U.S. cache, and then my oh no shit's gonna go bad meter went off, and we took the first helicopter out there and avoided all that mess. So yeah, good job, Alpha. Bravo.
Bravo did pretty well as well. They did what I asked them. Pretty much assault squad through the entire thing. Yeah, good effort from everybody. I think we did pretty well today. Only gripe would be that JTAC or whoever was in contact with air could have called out that we were calling in air before we were pushing in said areas, because there was some certain aspects that we were quite close to getting killed by air, and there was some time where we did get killed by air. These could have been avoided if air didn't only target red smokes, but I don't know. Air must be a bull, I guess. But other than that, yeah, had fun. Charlie.
My hazmat was my NCO. I think we did pretty well. And that's all I have to say.
Okay.
Air assets.
I hope you want to go first.
Had fun, shot shit, died to a MiG that was never on the map. Only time I did die, so. No, yeah, it was fun. I live for those moments of multiple extraction runs. It was good, thank you.
Corsair, there is a weird thing on the run where you get caught on it sometimes when landing, and then like your plane will just start flipping. That happened to me once, and then didn't experience it again. I went slowly over and found exactly where it was.
It was all flat texture, Matt. I'm sorry. Like that little break in the concrete, it was literally it's all flat.
Yeah, but the plane bumps on it, and like the right wheel will go 2 or 3 feet in the air when you drive over it for some reason.
Right.
I'm not sure why exactly, but also the radar on the plane is able to pick up individual infantry. I shared a screenshot. I'll resend it.
All right.
I can see Assault STG 44 on this random infantry guy. It did that all over the AO, which kind of made it a little bit unfair for me scouting things, so I just didn't report recon stuff. Other than that, it was really fun. Open.
Feedback's up. Feel free to bash me. Otherwise, thanks for playing. And next week I'll have something else as well as the CIA thing. So yeah, hope you had fun. I'll BRB. All right, chat. So I will be back in, let's see, 5 to 6, 6, 7, 7, 8 to 9. A little over 4 hours, because usually we let them in at 9, but they're usually not ready till like 9:30, 10. So I will go ahead and get things stuff. And yes, Glob Bomb released their update today. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operation. Thanks you all to subs, resubs, donations. Oh my gosh, hiccup. And all of that. I'm not going to stream the development of this mission for tonight because I got to also edit videos because I am really behind on that. Otherwise, go operate operationally. Cheers, guys, and hopefully I'll see you in about 4 hours. And yes, I got to talk to you, XKS. Give me an hour.